Welcome back to the show. It is the fall-autumn season, it's apple season, and my favorite spirit this time of year is apple brandy. So today, we're going to make 5 amazing apple brandy cocktails just for you. Alright, so I'm using a local apple brandy. This is Matahari from Spy Distillery here in Ontario, Canada. I will leave a link to their website in the description down below, but wherever you are in the world, I encourage you to find a local distillery that makes apple brandy. You won't regret it. Good boy. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so our first drink is the Harvest Old Fashioned. This is a great little fall old fashioned. We're going to split the base between our apple brandy and a rye whiskey. So 1 ounce of apple brandy going into the mixing glass. And to follow up, 1 ounce of rye whiskey. I'm using Lot 40 Dark Oak Canadian whiskey. This stuff is incredible. It's got a nice, deep, rich, oaky char flavor. It's delicious. It's going to pair really well with the apple brandy and make a great old-fashioned. For our sugar element, we're going to use Demerara syrup. So 2 bar spoons of Demerara. You could do like a 1/4 ounce, probably be around the same amount. But I'm doing 2 bar spoons. All right, any sugar. We can use just plain simple syrup. The Demerara syrup is going to give it a little more of that molasses flavor, which is nice in the fall. For bitters, we're doing Peychaud's bitters. Any Creole style bitters will work great. So again, use what you got. All right, fill your mixing glass with some ice. Remember, fill it right up to the top. We want lots of ice. We want a quick chill. Good dilution. All right, start stirring. Stir super speed. We're stirring for about 10-15 seconds, maybe a little more. Once you can see the ice is actually settling, so it's lowering into the glass, it's settling. That's when you know you're done. Serving, of course, in a rocks glass, and I'm so disappointed I didn't have any of my clear ice left. So you want a big chunk of ice so you get less. You get a longer lasting drink. It won't dilute as fast. So large ice cube. If you can get the clear ice, looks 10 times better. I'm so disappointed that I didn't have one for the shoot, but we'll make do. For garnish, pretty classic with an old fashioned, we're going to do an orange peel. So nice. I love making big orange peels, so almost all the way around the orange. Give it a nice spritz, get those oils on top of the drink, rub it around, and then stick it in there. And there it is, the Harvest Old Fashioned. So just a really nice, different take on an old fashioned. We're splitting the base between whiskey and apple brandy, adding a little bit of a rich syrup and some Peychaud's bitters. Just a beautiful drink. All right, let's move on to our next one here. We're making an autumn sparkler. So this is a sparkling wine cocktail, really simple, 3 ingredients. Only 2 ingredients are going into the mixing glass. So it'll be 1 ounce of apple brandy. It's really easy to make. You can easily batch this. If you're opening a whole bottle of sparkling wine, you can batch this and make a whole bunch. It's a great party drink. After that, 1 ounce of pear juice. This is pear nectar. It's like a sweeter, but pear juice, pear nectar, whatever you got. So pear and apple, it's going to work really well together. It's going to really nice fall flavors. The main reason we're mixing this instead of doing this right in a champagne glass is that there's no ice in a champagne glass, right? So I want every element of this drink to be really cold. So we're shaking the 2 ingredients together so that they're nice and chilled. And then our glass has been in the freezer, so our glass is chilled. And of course the sparkling wine has been in the fridge. So it's chilled. Every element of this is nice and chilled because that glass will have no ice. Okay, we rim the glass with some cinnamon sugar. So that's going to look great. Grab a spoon, we'll grab a strainer, and then we'll strain that mix of pear and apple right into the glass. Make sure you get every bit. You can use a double strainer if you think you got ice chips in there. I didn't bother. Okay, next up, our Prosecco. So Prosecco, sparkling wine, champagne, whatever you have. Just open a bottle. I hate opening these bottles. This is a smaller bottle, but still, I'm only making 1 drink here. This is why this is a great one for a party. This is a great one to batch. So put 5-6 ounces of apple brandy and pear juice, and then you can make 5-6 portions of this. All right, so like any sparkling wine drink, you pour, you let the bubbles sink down a little bit, and then pour some more. And you keep doing that until you reach the top. All right, a little more. You can at this point, you can kind of try to slowly pour, and then it might not bubble as much. All right. And there it is, our autumn sparkler. Just a nice, refreshing sparkling wine cocktail. We've got apple brandy, we've got pear juice, and we've got lovely Prosecco. And that nice cinnamon sugar rim. Just a little, it's nice. Okay, for the next one, we've got our apple brandy, and Spy also makes a lovely apple cider, Goldeneye. Okay, so we're making the Tempest. This is one of my favorite fall cocktails. It's been for many years. It's a creation of bartender Tom Macy, and it's just a really good, refreshing fall cocktail. So we're building this directly in our Collins glass, filled with ice, 2 ounces of our apple brandy. All right, after this, we're gonna do a bar spoon or a 1/4 ounce of ginger syrup. So just a little bit. And actually, Tom Macy, in his original drink, he actually muddled some fresh ginger at the bottom of a mixing glass. I don't do it that way because I rarely have ginger in the house, so a little bit of ginger syrup does the trick. Follow that up with a 1/2 ounce of cinnamon syrup. So you can see where we're going here. Fall flavors. We've got ginger, we've got cinnamon, 3/4 ounce of lime juice. All right, we're gonna grab our straw. I like to put the straw in at this point, give it a little bit of a mix. You can shake these ingredients and then put them in the glass. I rarely do that. It's just faster. And we're gonna top off with our dry cider. Look at that. Okay, give it a little more mix. I like these spoon straws for that. We're gonna garnish. Of course, we got our long cinnamon stick, and we have a lime wedge. And there it is, the Tempest. This is such a good fall drink. Every year I make this, I love it. You've got the apple brandy, you've got all those spices, the ginger, the cinnamon, and that lovely apple cider. It is a boozy drink. It is a great drink to make for your Halloween parties or whatnot. I definitely recommend that one, guys. Give it a try. Next up, apple spiced julep. So this one I came up with by doing some research, found a couple different kind of fall julep recipes, and I decided to make my own. So we're gonna start with 8 to 10 mint leaves, and then a 1/4 ounce of simple syrup. And then we're gonna grab our muddler and gently press that mint to release the oils. Don't pulverize it, just gently press it. Now with the mix of cinnamon and mint leaves, oh my God, it smells like a candy cane. It smells like peppermint. Oh, beautiful. We're gonna follow that up with 2 ounces of our apple brandy. I'm using the 1 ounce part of my jigger, and I'm just gonna do 2 pours. Basically, whenever you use a syrup, a little bit residue stays there, right? So then you use your next ingredient to pick up some of that residue. All right, 2 ounces of apple brandy in. After that, we're gonna do 1/2 ounce of spiced rum. This is Lamb's. It's a Canadian spiced rum. Excellent. After that, we have a 1/4 ounce of allspice liqueur. I make my own allspice liqueur, so click that link. There it is. We make our own allspice liqueur, so definitely check out that video. I make it because I can't find it here. All right, 1/4 ounce of allspice. Our last ingredient will be a couple dashes of Angostura bitters. So, as you can see, you have the spice in this. We've got the spiced rum, we've got allspice, we've got Angostura, we've got cinnamon. So many spiced elements in this. It's going to be delicious. So this is obviously we're building this right in a julep cup. We're going to fill it with some crushed ice. And then with your spoon, just start mixing all the ingredients. You'll see the outside of the glass start frosting. Pick up some of that mint, bring it to the top. I love mint juleps, and this one here I think is going to be a winner. All right, we're going to fill it with more crushed ice. We're going to kind of build that snow cone top that is kind of synonymous with a julep. There we go. For garnish, we're going to do a nice sprig of mint, a cinnamon stick. I was thinking of doing a couple slices of apple, but didn't do it. Then we got our short straw. We're going to drop that in there. There it is. The apple spiced mint julep, or the apple spiced julep. A lot of flavors in this, a lot of spice elements, but the apple doesn't get buried. It's really good. I definitely recommend this one. Last one, guys, White Tigers. I found this one on Difford's Guide, and I was just kind of intrigued by the ingredients. So we're going to do 2 ounces of apple brandy. We're then going to do 3/4 ounce of liqueur 43. So this is a vanilla spiced liqueur. So it's got obviously strong vanilla notes, but there's also a bunch of spices in there. It's delicious. So the review on the website said this tastes like apple pie with the vanilla and stuff. So I'm really excited about this one. I had not tried it prior to filming. 1 dash of Ango and 1 egg white. So it's kind of like a sour, but there's no sour element. There's no lemon. All right, so carefully drop that egg white in there. Discard the yolk. We don't need it. You could use aquafaba. You could use another foaming agent, but we want that nice strong foam. We're gonna do a dry shake. So a dry shake is a shake without ice. The idea here is to just emulsify all the ingredients, get that egg white nice and foamy. And then after that, we're going to add some ice into the tin, and we're going to do a second shake with ice. So that's your dry shake method. You can also do a reverse dry shake where you start with ice, finish without ice. I don't know. I've done both. I think they both work just as fine. So I find the reverse dry shake just a little more messy. All right, so give it a really good shake now. Now we're really chilling. We're emulsifying everything. Look at that foam. Okay, we're good to go. All right, we're serving this in a coupe. You could serve in a martini glass. I got this fancy little coupe here. I'm going to put 1 ice cube in simply because I don't think my drink will reach the top. And then dump and make sure to not leave behind any of that foam. That's delicious foam in there. So I'm liking the color of the drink. I'm liking the foam on top. Spent a little too much time. Come on. Okay, for garnish, we're gonna do some tiger stripes on top. So we got a little paper with some cuts through it, and we're just gonna sprinkle some cinnamon over the drink, and that should give us nice tiger cinnamon stripes. Oh, look at that. That's beautiful. Okay, so the drink came out really nice. I'll talk about it in my tasting after, but I'm a little disappointed. I think it could have added a little bit of sugar element or something. But overall, guys, these are 5 fantastic Apple Brandy cocktails. So let's get right in and taste them. I'm going to start with the Tempest because I already know I love this drink. The apple cider along with the apple brandy and those spices, cinnamon, ginger. Wow, that is such a good drink. My favorite fall drink. Amazing. Let's go for the sparkler, the autumn sparkler. Oh, that's nice. I mean, like I said, it's a really good kind of party starter drink. You know, hand everyone a nice glass of sparkling wine. It could use a little syrup, maybe a little cinnamon syrup. I love cinnamon syrup. I put that in everything. All right, the old fashioned, Harvest Old Fashioned. Oh, can't go wrong with that. I mean, rye and apple brandy, nice subtle sweetness, and the peychaud's. Oh, beautiful. Okay, the Julep. Wow, flavor bomb. Oh my God, that's good. All those spices, the spiced rum, the cinnamon, the allspice, the Angostura. That is a killer julep. I definitely recommend it. Yeah, okay, I need another sip. That is so good. So much going on there. But the apple brandy doesn't get lost. You still taste the apples. It's great. Okay, last up, we've got our White Tigers. I don't know why it's called White Tigers and not tiger. I would call it tiger stripes. And yeah, it's disappointing. It's kind of bland. I think it's missing a sugar element. Once again, maybe cinnamon sugar or just simple syrup would be great. Overall, guys, great. Let's rate them. Number 1, I mean, I gotta stick with it. My favorite has always been the Tempest, so that's staying at number 1. Number 2, close number 2, the Julep. That is a fantastic julep. Might be my favorite julep. After that, old fashioned. I just love an old fashioned. 4, the sparkler. It's great, but could be better. And lastly, the white tigers. Kind of disappointing. I like the idea, but hope you like these guys. Do you have any other Apple Brandy cocktails that you love? Leave them down in the description down below. And please give these a try and let me know. You can hit me up on Instagram. Let me know if you've tried them. And pick up a bottle of Spy Apple Brandy if you're in Ontario. Definitely check them out. And as I mentioned, if you're not, find a local distillery, support local, get a local Apple Brandy, and make some of these cocktails because they are amazing. It is the fall season. We should all be drinking Apple Brandy. That's all I got to say, guys. We'll see you next time. Cheers.